Hi, I'm Yasir and I'm a Boots optician. Microphthalmia means small eye and anaphthalmia means no eyes. They are rare medical conditions. It's where one or both of the baby's eyes don't grow properly during pregnancy. Sometimes no eye grows at all. This is anaphthalmia. Or an eye may not grow to its full size and will be smaller than normal. This is microphthalmia. It affects 1 in 10,000 babies. About 30 children are born with it in England and Wales. If only one of their eyes is affected, then they will see everything normally, apart from not having true 3D vision, depth perception. If both their eyes have the condition, they may only be able to see bright lights and large shapes, or they may not be able to see anything at all. The affected eye or eyes will look smaller than normal. The front of the eye may look cloudy or completely white, or the pupil might look a funny shape. If they have no eye, then it may look as if their eyes are closed. Children may be given a prosthetic eye which looks like a normal eye to wear on top of their affected eye to help their face grow normally. This will have to be remolded every few months as they grow. Very occasionally they will need to have an operation on their eye to help the prosthetic eye fit. Most cases happen by chance, and the cause isn't always known. Sometimes it is caused by changes in genes, which means the eye didn't form properly. The doctor can tell if a patient has one of the conditions by examining the eye with special lights and often with an ultrasound scan to look at the size of the eye. They are conditions we often associate with babies and early development, but we sometimes forget that those babies grow up. This is a lifelong condition that also affects teenagers and adults as they navigate the world differently. One of my regular patients and customers, Rahat, has lived with microphthalmia all his life and has kindly agreed to share his story.
My name is Rahat, I'm 22 and I have a condition called microphthalmia. So it's a condition where my right eye was undeveloped and small from birth, and so I am blind as a result. So that means my peripheral vision is substantially reduced. So for context, I'm not sure how much of the room will probably see. But if I look straight on, I can't see the entire half of the room. Also, due to not having sight in both eyes, I lack depth perception. So judging distances is quite hard. And also it affects my hand-eye coordination to some extent. So like catching a tennis ball, for example, is quite hard. Whilst learning to drive, it has been quite difficult because I pretty much just guessing the distance between objects pretty much. Yeah, but also due to not seeing right hand side, this is a bit embarrassing, but I have walked into a lot of things way too many times that I'm willing to admit. That's just meant I've had to learn to be more aware of my surroundings. Friends and family, obviously, they see me as well. They don't see me as just, like solely just my disability. Some people will see me, the first question they'll ask me is, oh, what's with your eye? And other people kind of overlook it, but some people will like have general questions and have curiosity. Usually they find it crazy that I'm blind in one eye, and then a lot of people usually would like close one eye and try and imagine how it is. However, that isn't how it is. So this goes back to the kind of peripheral vision that I mentioned before. So with my left eye, I can see my finger to my ear, and basically my nose blocks basically the remainder of my sight pretty much. So the best way to explain is that if you were to see on one eye, kind of have that same parameters, and so if I was to close both eyes, if I was to close my one eye, it's similar to if you were to close both eyes. Some people, usually were fine with me, and others were not so. I am aware I am different, but the thing is, that's not a bad thing. I mean, you'd rather stand out than be lost in the crowd. When like people stare in public, usually I just smile. Just because I'm blind in one eye doesn't mean I'm less capable than other people. It just means that I just need to figure things out in a different way, as I was mentioned before. As I was saying, 'cause a lot of people who have disabilities, due to how they may see themselves, they kind of feel that they are written off, as I mentioned before. And I'm not gonna lie to you, quite a few years back, I did kind of feel that I wasn't capable of a lot of things, but it comes down to your mindset. So I have recently finished a degree in biomedical sciences, and I am planning on applying for postgraduate medicine. I aspire to be a doctor. So the thing is, I know this sounds quite cliche, but I want to be able to help people, but it's also that, especially with my disability, I have kind of different understanding, kind of apathy to people who have disabilities and various other conditions, which I say healthy people who don't have a disability or healthcare practitioners who don't have a disability won't be able to understand to a better degree. Having a disability to some people already feels like you're at a disadvantage, and so it would seem like people kind of look down on you more in a sense. So I just wanted to kind of put out there that you shouldn't be ashamed of having a disability, of being different. You know, it makes you special and it makes you who you are, really. You shouldn't be ashamed of that.
My name is Salma. I'm Rahad's mom. The first thing the surgeon said to me, "Oh, do you know your son's blind?" I think I was angry and disappointed. I think it was sometimes I thought it's my fault where he was born. And I think if I look up for my pregnancy, if I looked after myself more, this would not happen. So it's like I said, most of his life was quite emotional for me. So. That's right. And that question is very hard to answer because it was basically an emotional time, because with him growing up, it was quite a tough one. Because he did, like he said, he was little, he didn't understand, and for me to process this sort of disability was hard. Every day was different. Like I said, one week it could be like he's really fine. Next week he used to be poorly. He's like he had to be rushed to hospital. He had like so many different other health conditions as well when he was little. So it was continually like. Basically, he grew up in hospital as well. That was his second life. When they're growing, it is hard because as parents, we all get frustrated. We all get angry. Or he's falling over, or this is happening to him. That's happening. And when his things going to change, is he going to get better? And then once he started from years 5, I think things got a little bit calm. I used to just tell him things like that, like, it's fine. I go, you got a good teacher, he'll never send you home unless he knows that you need to come home. Like I said, everything like from education to that point, I think from all his teachers, everyone's been really, 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 really supported. Like I said before, without their help and their support, I don't think I was able to do what I needed to do to bring Rahad up like this. And definitely my GP. She was the main person behind it. Every time when I used to take Rahad, and before she retired as well, we were on the last day, and she asked me how Rahad's doing, and she said to me from the beginning, she said she wasn't 100% sure that if Rahad was able to get to where he was. She goes, he would have been basically. She was concerned that he wouldn't have fly high like that. She goes, she was shocked. But she said that's really good. And I said to her that this is all because of you, because every time I had any issues, I used to phone you and you used to give me the appointment straight away, or you used to contact the hospital straight away to let them know that I'm coming. So yeah, I'm really grateful to my GP. They used to ask me how how am I coping? And they say, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, as long as my son is fine and I'm getting all the support and what he needs, and I'm 100% okay. I just want to see him catch a dream. And I knew when he was little, I used to say to him, it'd be nice if someone in our family could go in the path of science and study science and become a doctor. I used to like talk to him like things like that in little. I knew from year 5 science was his passion. And I used to say to him, okay, so you're going to take science, are you going to go into medicine then? And like I said, everyone in my family was surprised when they heard that, he's going to do the science degree, because science is not an easy subject and not everyone can, do science. And like I said, they're all really, like I said, they're all proud and they're happy that he's going to study on. And I said to him, I said to him, you will be the first in our whole family to become a doctor if you go in that line. And I'm hoping that he's going to fulfill his dream. Like I said, I'm all the way behind his back, and I said, I will stand there until you become what you want to become. Why shouldn't a disability child not achieve? They can achieve. Don't look at the disability children differently. They are human beings as well. Treat them like a normal human being, and you will see how different they are. Like I said, I work in the school. I work with different disability children as well. It is tiring, it is frustrating, but when you give them the love and the comfort, they do learn. They do learn, and they come back. They appreciate it. These disability children, but they understand that this teacher's there. They will come running. Like today, I was telling them I'm leaving early, and after with 20 of them, they all came running, and I'm thinking, and they won't let me go. They're like basically hugging me, and I'm like to the teacher, to my other teacher, I go, seems like they want my autograph here. Someone come and take them away from the door, and the teacher was laughing. I go, my passion is working. I worked in school for over 20 years now, and I love working as a teaching assistant.